Wanted to make sure I video this as well as do the voice recording for the podcast. I actually stopped watching the news yesterday. It's just so disturbing. So what do y'all think about what's going on with Jamie Foxx? I haven't looked into it deeply. I mean, I've watched a couple of YouTube videos and they're saying he definitely had a stroke. That's kind of scary because I myself have high blood pressure and we're having trouble getting it under control because the meds that they had me on are lowering my heart rate too low. So I have an appointment with the cardiologist on Tuesday, so hopefully we can work that out. They prescribed some new meds for me, but I'm not that thrilled with the idea of taking them because you already gave me something that was, well, we think it was lowering my heart rate, but hell, I'm still having a really low heart rate, so I'm not even so sure anymore it was the medication, but I digress. So if you guys have high blood pressure, trust me, get it taken care of. I've been in the hospital twice in the last couple weeks. Went there, got out, thought I was done, had to go back the next week on the same day. 2 Tuesdays I ended up in the emergency room. 1 week I stayed till Thursday. The next week I stayed till Wednesday. It was just overnight. One night, so one time it was 2 nights. First time it was 2 nights, second time it was 1 night. But anyway, keep an eye on your health, people. It's all you have. So I'm having to be homebound the last 3 weeks. It hasn't been a month. It's mostly about 2-3 weeks. But I am concerned because they're telling me my heart rate is too low. And last time I tried to exercise to see if I could get it up, I started feeling some kind of way. So I've been trying to take it easy. But anyway, so that being said, we don't want to end up like Jamie Foxx, and I hope he's doing okay. They have a right to their privacy. I didn't even tell anybody. A lot of times I will post that I was in the hospital. I didn't even tell anybody this time, so now you know. But anyway, that's disturbing on so many levels because I don't know if there's more to it than him just having a simple stroke. The conspiracy theorists are going nuts. I'm not even going to touch that. And I've been watching a lot with Dane Cook. So what do you all think of the theory that we weren't brought over here on? A lot of people are looking into this seriously, and it's research out there. I haven't done a lot of my own independent research, but I have been paying special attention to the YouTubers and the stuff that's out there on the internet. They're saying that we weren't brought over here on slave ships. We were already here. We weren't kidnapped. We brought ourselves. Now there may have been some that were brought later on, but they're saying that there was not the technology back in the 1600s to bring hundreds, thousands of people on ships that never would have made it all the way to America from Africa. And they're saying it's just not feasible, that they didn't have the capabilities to do the things that they said. So the whole idea of the Middle Passage is being called into question now. I've heard forever that we were the Aborigines. We were the indigenous folks that were here. They called them Indians. That's no longer politically correct. The Native Americans, they're saying we were the Native Americans. And they pretty much just figured out a way to erase us. There's been a lot of stuff about giving them blankets with smallpox and all kinds of stuff like that. But the general idea is that when Columbus discovered, and I want to know how in the hell you can discover somebody that's already here and were here before you were. When Columbus discovered America, we were already here. We had been here. We had been here a long time. And there's that. So, I'd love to hear your opinion on it. I'm flabbergasted about not knowing this until now. There's so much stuff that's been kept hidden from us. It's so disturbing. I don't know. And I'll segue into this because I don't think I'm going to have this be a long one this morning. Honestly, I really would love to go lay back down for a little while. But, to segue to my big announcement, I already went live on Facebook, but I want this to be on my YouTube channel as well as my Patreon page. I would really love for you guys to become subscribers on my YouTube channel, Aspie Cougar, and my Patreon, which I'm going to post this on. My Patreon is called Reformed Cougar News and Entertainment. It's on Patreon. That will help me with my fundraising because I'm opening a school. I'm saying it out loud. I'm putting it out there in the universe, but I'm serious. I've spoken about this openly on my Medium blog on medium.com. I've never been formally diagnosed. I think I may have Asperger's, but full disclosure, I'm 57 years old. So back when I was a small child and growing up, nobody knew anything much about autism or Asperger's. I think it was the 80s. Now there's some indication that there was some research further back, but it certainly wasn't done on black females. The largest part of their research has always been done, they're changing that now, thankfully, but has been on white males. So we were, as often happens, we were discounted. There never was an afterthought about a black female child being autistic. As a matter of fact, any female, because for the longest they didn't think that females could have Asperger's. So anyway, if you're interested in checking out my blog on medium.com, it's Holly Mosley Cooper, and my Patreon page is Reform Cougar News and Entertainment. I'd love for you to become a patron. I'm going to need to raise large sums of money. I'm a grant writer, but I'm going to need grant writers to help me with this endeavor because I can't do everything, as wonderful as I am. And I fully will willingly toot my own horn. I cannot write grants and do all the stuff that's necessary to open a school. I already have a nonprofit. I already have a structure. I'm just probably going to need some attorneys to help me retool everything. And I can definitely tweak the business plan, and we'll have to look into whatever paperwork will be necessary. But I was having a discussion with a parent yesterday, and she's very unhappy with where her child is. He's on the autism spectrum. I worked in a school for, let me do my math real quick. For about 5 months, the end of last year and the beginning of this year. Our children are hurting, folks. The teachers are overwhelmed. The administrators are overwhelmed. They need help. They need more help than we can give them in these situations that they're in. I need a facility. I need funders. I need volunteers. I need instructors. we're going to do this, and I don't, you'll pardon my French, I don't half-ass anything, so I want it done well. I want it done correctly. Our children need this. I said all that to say she's having a terrible time finding a place for him, a school, because I know for a while, I don't know what actually happened. I don't know. There are facilities out there for autistic kids, but most of them, or from what I understand, they're for those that are more severely, and we want to get away from that. I'm seeing information out there that okay, those that need more assistance, they don't want to separate it into high functioning and low functioning. Those that need more help, there are facilities out there for those, but for those of us who are what they consider high functioning or very high functioning, I don't even know if I could be pigeonholed into their evaluation now. I've never gotten a formal diagnosis. My son has, but I haven't. But anyway, there's probably hundreds, if not thousands, of kids out there that are undiagnosed. I can't help everyone, but I can do my part to help those that I can help. And I really intend to do this, and I really need your help. So, donations, volunteers, grant writers. I need volunteers for my advisory board because I'm going to need an advisory board. Accountants, attorneys, teachers, administrators. It's okay if you're retired. If you're looking for something to do, I could really use your help. I need a facility. I need a facility that's going to be accommodating. There's all kinds of commercial real estate out there, but everything's not going to be suitable for a school. So if you're a real estate agent and you want to help me, I'd love your help. So there's that. There's my pitch. What else do we want to talk about? The election. I really, I know I'm shifting gears and going in a different direction totally, but just want to speak briefly about what are our choices. Ron DeSantis, hell fuck no. Donald Trump, hell fuck no. Joe Biden. God bless him, he's done some great things, and I absolutely do not want to get caught up in ageism. I'm no spring chicken myself, but I'm not 80 years old. He's pretty healthy, but by the time he finishes his second term, he'll be, 84, 86? Wow. And, I can attest to the fact my mom was very healthy well into her 80s. She was helping me run the tutoring center. She founded the tutoring center. She did that when she was back in her 60s, but, we've been open for 30 years, over 30 years. So she, for the better part of the time we were open, she was running things and getting things done, taking names, kicking ass. I apologize for my profanity. It's been said that that's a sign of intelligence. I have an excellent vocabulary. I don't have to use profanity, but sometimes it's effective. But she was kicking ass for the first at least 25 years, if not more. So she was well into her 80s and still running things. So it can be done. And I'll be the first to say, I know I'm probably not as sharp as I was 20 years ago. 20 years ago, I was, 30? 37? That's right. My math. I'm sorry. I won't be teaching math at the school. I'll be teaching English. Maybe even political science or social studies. And yeah, we're definitely going to need some certified teachers. I just need help. But that's part of our problem too, the dumbing down of America. We will not have that. We won't have to deal with all this BS about not teaching. I don't even know. Can you define what exactly critical race theory is for me? And I know we'll probably be on the receiving end of some hate. But we're going to teach our children history, real history, not whitewash history. But part of our problem with the whole political system right now is they don't want you to learn. They don't want you to be taught. They don't want your kids to be taught. They want us all to be stupid. I'm not stupid. My children aren't stupid. What they didn't learn in school, they learned on their own from me or from their own research on the internet. We didn't really have the internet when I was in school, but we had other sources of information. I have always been an avid reader. Now, I do more listening now than I do reading, but research is out there. Do your research. You don't have to rely on what's taught in school, but in our school, we're going to teach the truth. There'll be no whitewash history. It's going to be completely true and factual. What really happened. Anyway, let me get off my soapbox. I don't think I meant to be on this long. But anyway, please become a patron. Go on my Patreon page. It's Reform Cougar News and Entertainment on Patreon. It's Holly Mosley Cooper on Medium. I have other blogs that are out there floating around. I hope it doesn't come back to bite me in the butt. Yeah, want information? You can always call me. Phone number, my message line is 813-602-1285. Call, leave a message, I'll get back to you. My email, to make it simple, hollymosleygcooper@gmail.com. Of course, when we get everything situated, we'll have an email address for the school, but right now we're going to use mine. So if you want to help, if you want to donate, I have Cash App, I have Venmo, I have PayPal. If you really want to help, reach out. I'll tell you how you can help. Thank you for listening. I hope you find this informative and enjoyable. Have a great day. Deuces.